Looks like you might be naked. Oopsta. Here we go. My eyes says Blenio, right? Hi. He just loves to stare at me. He'll just stare at me for days. Hi. He likes to do boops. Nose boops. You're a scroller? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He loves to cuddle with me in the mornings. Like, I'll wake up and he's just right there with me. Such a loving cat. I think he's sad too. I think he knows Prue is gone. He noticed when we came back from the vet and we had the carrier, but she wasn't in it. Pretty sure he knew at that point. But he did start sniffing around the house looking for her afterwards. Now, I do like it, back to your replay, I do like that you're not getting way far in front of your team. You're staying with your team, your Bismarck and your Monarch especially. You've got radar with the Cleveland. It's very handy. Let's go ahead and put that radar range on the minimap. And Cleveland is a very fun ship. She's got really good HE spam ability. Yes, they do, Kadu. Yes, they do.
IFHE or no IFHE?
That's a good question. Oof. Koopsta.
Why take IFHE on a Cleveland nowadays?
He does have IFHE. Okay. Well, for a tier 8 152, IFHE is what you need to burn 32, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is, but I think that's come at the cost of a equally, actually arguably more valuable captain skill.
And which one would that be?
His concealment is 10.7, and I remember Cleveland getting down a lot lower than that.
I'm pretty sure Cleveland can stealth radar, or very damn close to it.
Pretty close to it.
So that might be a really, really good opportunity, because that would make you a better destroyer hunter. So I do agree with dropping IFHE so that you can do something like that. Changing bedrooms.
IFHE is more of a side grade, I find. Not necessarily. It's a pretty costly side grade for a 4-point skill, because you are throwing away that. You're basically throwing away that fire chance for higher penetration, and it's
Right.
only effective on specific ships.
Right. And generally speaking, in a light cruiser like this, you really don't want to be farming battleships. I mean, you can, but that's not going to win you the game. What's going to win you the game is killing destroyers. Like, look at you right now. You're kiting away. If the Asashio is right here, we don't know, but if the Asashio is over here, now it's open season. He can torp the Bismarck, he can torp the Colorado for essentially free, and there's nothing that's going to stop him, because the Trento is not going to compete against an Asashio.
Yep. If you need to farm battleships, you still have if you don't take IFHE, you have your fire chance, and you can hit their superstructure.
Mm-hmm. Cat died at 22, wow. Alright, well, your team has one on the other side. The Makarov is dead. There's 2 destroyers, though. You've lost your Vasteros, so you only have 1 destroyer. Generally speaking, I consider that to be a disadvantage for your team, because you're down on spotting and that sort of thing.
Well, they also may lose the Le Patas, so that would be 0 destroyers. Also, is it surprising that a person named Canadian Armored would be playing a Yukon?
No surprise there.
Nope.
Hey, Will Horf got himself Twitch mission #1. Congratulations, GG.
Well, destroyer hunting, it's normally good in the Cleveland, but your build is not set up to do it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Your radar is 9-kilometer range, but your detection is 10.7. It's a huge buffer, relatively speaking.
Yes. So if a destroyer if you get spotted by a destroyer, even if they're heading straight in your direction, they have enough time to turn around and basically go the other way before you get in radar range of them. So by putting concealment on, that gives you the ability to get closer and essentially gives the destroyer less time to react to running into you. That comes in really handy. You don't have to adjust it right now, Quipsta. You can wait till the 10.7 free reset in theory is coming, which is, well, about a month away now. So it's up to you if you want to spend the doubloon/Commander XP to make the change now. But definitely something to be considered.
If you're getting close to your 14th point, you can just take the concealment expert then.
Yep. And then wait, make a mental note for yourself to reset and do something different then. Oh. Epic artillery, huh? Nice, gents.
So right now, given what's going on with the match, what do you think his next move is? Because it looks like he has a couple of different things he can do.
We haven't seen the Asashio at all. Have we even seen the deep water torpedoes?
Nope.
Okay. So at that point, I'm gonna head back towards east if I'm playing, because we don't know where the deep waters are. The Arizona's by himself, which means this flank will most likely collapse. I don't like sitting in the corner over here. Especially with this North Carolina, who's going to spot you in a moment, again, because you don't have concealment.
I'm also worried about the New Mexico getting close.
Yeah, good point. He decided to turn and run, but a little bit late. For whatever reason, the New Mexico is shooting at your Colorado instead of you, so that's actually a good thing for you. There goes the Arizona. Turning out this far is okay, because you don't want that North Carolina to have a shot on you. I would pop Hydro now, in case the Nuremberg's torpedoes could be spotted by your Hydro.
No, finish off the New Mexico first. Or actually, no, you can finish off Nuremberg first.
Yeah, I think Nuremberg's the bigger threat. It's too late,
Well,
though.
NG exploded first.
Yeah.
As per Nuremberg policy.
Right? I was talking about earlier, getting Stevie's fur all over my face, and now he just sat on my lap, so... More fur. He's got some bad knots he has to get rid of, too. You guys forget about the Hydro? Yeah. Well, it's one of the reasons why I take an American cruiser, right? So you can get all those fun consumables.
Get all your guns in.
You don't have priority target. It might be nice for you to know that North Carolina is aiming for you or not.
Yep, so you're not zooming out after every shot, which means you don't have that situational awareness to know when a battleship is shooting at you.
Right.
Second,
like right now, I'd be looking at North Carolina.
Yep. And also second, you could have killed New Mexico a little bit faster if you had all your guns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, New Mexico has a 35-second reload, so what you do is you angle out, you have all your guns firing. If he shoots at you, then you angle out. Then you angle back in, and continue firing with all your guns.
Mm-hmm.
So both the New Mexico and the number could have gone down a little bit faster.
Yep. Isashio is over on east, like I was afraid of. Unfortunately, the side that you're on just kind of got stalled and sat and just got killed. So, yeah, serpentine between battleship volleys, right.
It doesn't even have to be that much of a turn. Usually just a couple degrees will get all your guns in there.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland does have very good firing arcs, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yep. Now, zoom in on the North Carolina and look at his turrets. If his turrets are to the right, then you can start shooting. There's to his left. So opening up will make it easier for the North Carolina to turn and shoot at you. And you are sailing directly towards a Colorado and a King George. Which is also a scary thought.
It's not too scary, but I would be worried about that Bismarck, because he's gonna die pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
And with Colorado and King George V having nothing else better to do, I wonder who's their next target.
That's why I think it's a scary thought, yeah. Fortunately, the North Carolina is just turning and running. Your Lenin, the enemy Lenin, is in a really strong position. He's probably just going to kill the Monarch. There it is. So at this point, now you go into star saving mode and try to get as much XP as you can. Weird to see your team winning the flank, and then look how many ships just died by that island near you. That is quite the graveyard.
Yep.
But yeah, I do feel like you weren't really able to assert your presence too much, and I mean, you're in a top-tier battle, so you don't have as much to fear from compared to your Leander, for example, or some of your other tier 6, you know, teammates.
He did say that he got blocked in one of the earlier matches, so
Mhm.
that might have made him too passive.
Yep. I also noticed that you're spending a lot of time in the open water, and you might want to think about using islands as an opportunity to disengage and get behind for cover. Like, you're heading towards that big island right now. That might be a good place to come around and disengage if you find yourself getting focused too heavily. Right now, you're going to find yourself getting focused because there's nothing else for the enemy to shoot at. Don't DCB-1 fire.
I also found you didn't really control the range in this engagement.
Mm-hmm.
You basically allowed the KGB to get up to 10 kilometers when you could have easily farmed them at 12 or 13.
Right. And here's what SAT was talking about. You're not getting your guns on target. Your poor gunners in your front two turrets are sitting there saying, let me at him. But you're not turning. Turn, wiggle. Get those front guns in, and then when the Monarch shoots you again, turn back out again.
You're literally fighting with just one arm.
Yes, you're cutting your DPM in half right now. Which, I mean, you're going to lose, so it's not going to change your result of the battle, but it is going to have an impact on the XP earnings you have in the, afterwards.
Yep. When do you think is a good time to only use your back guns or only front guns?
If you're if you're forced to kite away from multiple targets from multiple different angles. So, say he had a battleship that's over here, or even one that's farther to the south, that severely limits the ability to angle to all of that incoming fire. So in that instance, I think it's okay to use the rear turrets only because you're more concerned about surviving than you are doing damage.
But here, since your only real goal left is to farm damage, then just let your front gunners go.
Right. Right, exactly. Alright, SAT will probably do your black replay, and then we'll call it a stream after this one's over.
Alright. And, I guess the last note here, make sure you switch over to using Shift key instead of scrolling.
Why?
Besides the orientation issue, it also allows you to zoom out and zoom in much faster.
Mm-hmm. When I first started playing Koopsta, I was scrolling in and out like you. And I had to train myself to use the shift key, but I found I was so much more effective when I used that key. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I even caught that death pick or not. But hey, thanks for sending that one in. That was nice to look at. Oh, I did catch it. Good. It was nice to kind of get an idea out there and give you some feedback to help you out. So that's good stuff. Mantra, I do like the Dutch cruisers. I talked about them last week on stream, last Sunday, and then on my YouTube channel, I have posted some previews of each of the different cruisers. Hey, you're welcome, man.